Do your thing, Julie. Do your thing. You guide him through. Alright.
Well, it's Sunday. I reckon it's the 30th.
Last day of June. The first month of winter ticked off.
And it's still raining, as you can see. It's just the weather has been atrocious, as I keep saying.
We stayed at Sandstone for a second night, mainly because the weather was so bad. It was just raining everywhere. It just would have been an absolute nightmare. So we stayed another night at Sandstone. It wasn't bad. Now we're heading to Mount Margaret, which is 153.
Watched the footy, didn't you? We won't talk about that.
We won't talk about the footy.
You had a mate over in the footy lounge. There's a special footy lounge at this caravan park where you can
sit with the Indigenous and have a watch the game.
He was alright. He was half and half. His mother went for Essendon.
His brother went for Geelong, and he was split.
He was split.
So at half time, when the scores were almost level, he just didn't know what to do. By the end of the game, he was going for Geelong.
Geelong?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course he was.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that's the same as in our family, Essendon, Geelong.
I said to him, your mother won't be happy. He said, oh, she'll be yelling at the television.
All right. Well, we got a bit of a view up in front. That's all right. We're in no rush. All right. Over and out. I'll see you later. Alligator.
Holy fuck, holy.
Thanks, Mr. Truckee. You're a big bugger.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, that's very excitement for the day?
It's better only.
Yes. Load coming.
Cheers for that in the caravan.
No probs.
Both of you, cheers.
No probs.
Our pleasure, guys.
Copy there, Richard. Westbound Richard. 2 and 5.5, mate.
Wow, there's our entertainment.
There, but if it doesn't get any wider, we might use a bay that you climb in and out of that. I think there's one up ahead, but it might be a dirt bay. Alright, guys, I've got plenty of time.
Were they silos?
I think so.
Can't really get much of that WA fuel. Those trucks we pass, will they pass? No, we just cross
Yeah.
all the time. All the way up.
We're just pulling into Mount Magnet.
Morning, report.
Being told.
You want to keep going through the queue or stay? Okay, go on, I reckon.
Alright, over and out. Geraldton, Perth, Meekatharra, Newman. Supermarkets have been pretty good. All these little country towns. Have what you want, what you need, not too badly priced.
Alright, 10 metres coming up to the LQ Children's House.
This is on a Sunday.
Copy that.
So, are we getting fuel or?
We're getting fuel.
That's worse. Why'd you get me to go there? No. I think the other side's better. We're wanting to get fuel. Wow. Look at that. That's taking up the whole road. Awesome. That's massive. It's a whole town. It's coming in. Which way he's going? Oh no, he's coming in to get fuel. Oh. Good job, bud. Good driving. Wow. Don't think you'll fit under the roof. Don't think you'll fit under the roof. Don't think you'll fit under the roof. Wow. It's massive. What an operation. What is it?
Well, that's the building.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
It's huge. Massive. Okay. So that's it. We're next for fuel. Our dirty car. This is Mount Magnet. Big and busy place. So how are you enjoying the trip so far?
Good, thanks. The weather's been pissing me right off.
Ooh! Well, you can't change the weather, mate. It is what it is. Let me tell ya. Right, what number are we? I'll go pay.
3.
Number 3. Okie dokie. Over and out. This is so busy.
I'm just very excited because of the titty bar there.
The titty bar.
There's traffic. That is the busiest servo we've seen on the trip. Ooh! That half a city came in on the back of a truck.
After the has excuse now.
Here we go. Q 79 Ks. Newman 618 still.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate, I'll turn around. How far does it take to Gibb?
618.
618.
And that we're just up the lookout. It's pretty specky.
Also, there was one road.
That's the town. Footy oval's nice and green. Just nothing. Great southern land.
They've got to be loaded with something that's worth something. Yeah, that's worth more. You wouldn't drive up with that. No, it's got to be iron ore or something.
It's a big tower.
See those trucks that pulled up on the road, they won't go anywhere.
Oh, right. Well. This is WA. Outback.
We're at the Newman Visitor Centre and we're about to go on a 2 o'clock mine tour. From what I'm seeing here, probably should be more mindless. Oh, look at those two over there, look. So we'll catch up if there's anything of any interest. So this is the next part of the tour. Isn't it, dear?
Pardon?
Next part of the tour?
Yes, the mine tour.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
On the trains, wagons if necessary. So it's like a normal car workshop. It's got the pits underneath for the mechanics to work under. And as you can see, it's quite small, considering how larger trains are. That's because there is a much bigger facility in Port Hedland, so if the trains get any big maintenance, that's what they'll get done. It's a large workshop on the right hand side. It's not very easy to see with the sun coming in at the moment. This is the big mobile equipment workshop, DEMENTURE. That's where all the big mining equipment goes for servicing and repairs. So as we're coming around the corner, these trucks here have drivers, but they also make these trucks in an autonomous version, which are all controlled remotely from Perth. They're worth $1 million or $7 million through a process of blasting, drilling holes and blasting the material out. Once the material's been blasted, the face shovels will come along and shovel the material into the back of the haul trucks. Usually takes about 3.5 shovels for to load a haul truck, and then wherever that truck is in the mine, it makes its way to here, which is the primary crusher. And thankfully we have one truck on its way. So we're going to park up here on the left hand side and wait for this truck to dump its load. You'll see the red print display on the side of the truck. That'll tell you how much is in the back of that truck. So that truck, what looks like traffic lights there, you may or may not be able to see them, but it'll be red at the moment, and then it will be waiting for a green light. The green light is when the IROC, or the Integrated Remote Operating Control Centre in Perth, has decided that the crusher's working, the mantle's working, and there's no hazards in the way. There are video cameras up there on that hill behind us there. You can see they're all looking down here and making sure that everything's lined up properly. So when that all gets lined up, you'll be given the green light, which he's got, and in it goes. So once inside the crusher, there's a bell-shaped housing called the mantle. We'll be able to show you some of those. The mantle moves in circles and crushes the large size ore to about the size of a rock melon. The crushed ore drops down onto a conveyor belt at the base of this hill, goes underneath the road, and when we turn around you'll be able to see that ore on the crusher conveyor belt. Going over to the next little building, which is the secondary crusher, and there it will be turned into bits of the size of a grapefruit. From there the ore will continue on another conveyor to a little place over there on the right hand side. Looks like it's got a cubby house on top of it. That's a sampling station, so their samples are automatically taken there every hour, and they're taken to the mine laboratory to be analysed. There he goes. They've got 6 tyres on them, those trucks, 4 at the back and 2 at the front. That's a newer Hercules tray, rounded one. Or it's too fine to use in the smelters or the machinery because it just clogs everything up and turns it all yellow. It makes a big mess, so there's a dedicated plant way over there to process that. The Maribamba ore is blended with the Wellback Brockman hematite to achieve a 61.5% grade, which is requested by the customers. So there's the conveyor belt there, you can see running along with that ore that's been crushed down to rock melon sized pieces. Goes across to the sampling station, and then it goes straight ahead to the main stockpile. You'll see those 2 conveyors there going into a V. That's where the high grade ore and any other ore just coming straight from the satellite mines ends up. Again, 5 of these drill rigs are autonomous, only 1 of them has an operator. So the drill rigs cost about $8 million each, the older one is a $2 million piece of equipment. So they make a drill pattern. It's like a little pin cushion if you saw it. GPS guided drill rigs come along and they drill 250 millimetre diameter holes, about 16 metres deep and about 6 to 8 metres apart to create those patterns. Then an explosive auger truck will come along and pump 300 to 600 kilos of explosives into each hole. The number of explosives used depends on the rock structure and hardness, as some of the ore is lighter than others. So Wellback uses a basic but stable explosive called ANF. These are the older looking square trays that take slightly less ore than the more modern wire runs, but it gives you an idea of the different shapes of the haul trucks. The windrows there behind the trucks to make sure that they know where they are. Out to the right hand side is the stockyard, where the lumps and the fines are all piled up waiting to be shipped out on the trains. Over in the distance on the right hand side too, you get a good view of the tailings dam I was talking about. See that little green part? That's the tailings dam there. So you've got Maramamba stockpiled down there, that's the really ochre looking stuff, and you have lumps in one line and fines in the other one, and there are 3 large pieces of equipment down there. Nothing appears to be doing very much at the moment, they're just sitting. So the large one with a big counterweight at the back that's got its nose down, if you could see that working, you'd notice it had little scoop shovels on the end of the thing, and it would be scooping up the product, put on its conveyor belt and send it over to the twin stockpiles. That's the reclaimer. The other 2 pieces of equipment are stackers. So you've got one for fines and one for the Newman blended lump, and they move along that conveyor belt, they move up and down, and they will stack the product onto the piles. The reclaimer's little arm will swing from side to side depending on which product needs to be loaded up onto the main stockpile. But it all looks a bit quiet down there at the moment. Okay, everyone, seatbelts on?
Julie.
Is it on?
Yeah.
The big trucks. Massive. Look at the wheels. Huge. Bloody huge.
This big truck, square looking truck on the left that's got number 20 on it, that's a water truck.
Amazing. That's water truck number 20.
Ah, there you go, stackers are working now. Stacking up. Blended lumps. See the tyres are recycled around here and these windrows for drainage as well.
They're the sort of ones they use in coal mines. Yeah. Just go along and run in
Massive operation. It never ends, it goes on and on and on. We can't get to the super pit because of the rain they've had. The truck isn't right to take the bus up. We've got a bus tour.
8% of the female drivers, where do they go?
And they've even got remote controlled trucks. It's amazing.
So here we have the Lindsay Cox delivering the fuel. This is one of the places that the truck drivers can refuel their trucks. And that over there where the little pink sails are is the driver changeover area. The drivers will pull up there, and there will always be a driver waiting to hop into the truck, so that they don't have their own truck, they kind of hot seat. The drivers have to ring up the communications and advise if they need a break, if they need to go to the toilet, or when they're coming in for morning tea, lunch or afternoon tea, so that the new driver can be sitting there waiting for them. I don't think we're going to see a driver changeover. When they do, it's the oncoming driver's responsibility to make sure that the brakes on the haul trucks are working. So what will happen is that they will raise their stairs, they have to press a button, and those stairs have a sort of a second story to get it down to the bottom. And then they will do 2 toots, they'll go forward. Dokey, here we are at the car dumper. Making that be a neat job. So this train's just about finished, isn't it? Yep, I think he's moving on. That's right, mine too. The other day I got a dad joke. They said, why are they leaning over? Because they're very tired. Having come so far away. There's another autonomous truck in front of us going along. And the people at the back find that great to see. I get excited whenever I see a truck with feathers on it. Every single tour is different. You never ever see the same thing twice. Even the access roads and the pit can change. So they're constantly monitoring what's going on.
Hey. Yeah.
Not our vests.
Oh, you can't even see my vest.
Now just check your camera to make sure I've got.
Oh.